Hours. Joining us now to talk about this and more is Democratic Congresswoman Abigail Spanberger. She is a former CIA officer. Congresswoman, thanks so much for being here. And I do want you to put on your CIA hat for these questions about violence, domestic terror. Do you fear that if Donald Trump is acquitted, that there will be more domestic violence? Or do you think that his grip on those kinds of domestic terrorists is lessening?
So I think that the challenge we're facing as a nation is we have permitted, and Donald Trump and his embrace of conspiracy theories and his willingness to lie to the American people have been a significant part of permitting conspiracy theories to pollute the ground on which we stand. And in that process, we have seen the growth of domestic violent extremist groups, the organization around specific objectives, right? So there have long been white nationalist organizations. There have long been those who have a bit of an anti-government bent in this country. But now they have something to unify around. And that's the conspiracy theory that Donald Trump pushed, that there was this stolen election, that he was done wrong, and that, they have to defend him and democracy. And so he's given a rallying cry. So, separate from and apart from the results of this trial, he has unleashed that in this country. And that is what we will have to contend with, because this time it was this lie. Now there might be something new that continues to motivate or animate them into the future.
But I guess my point is, do you think that an acquittal or a conviction matters? Is this already unleashed?
It is already unleashed. Absolutely, it is already unleashed. And part of the larger component here, it's not just those who did the violence. It's those who would justify it. It's the fact that you have sitting senators who would say or would defend that when the most powerful man in the world incites people to insurrection, that it's somehow not the power of his platform and his voice that pushes them along. It's the people who believe in these conspiracies, though they may not themselves be violent. It is all of those pieces. And frankly, it's what we see across, in other parts of the world with violent extremist groups, that for us have long been foreign in nature and someplace else. It's all of those components that have wreaked havoc around the world. And that's the danger we're facing now.
Since January 6th, we know a lot more about some of these violent fringe terrorists.